What up, guys? How are you doing today, babies? You doing good? Welcome to another YouTube video. Today we are going to take a look at an interesting puzzle game, or maybe not so interesting puzzle game. Depends on how you look at it. I'm not really a puzzle guy outside of like Tetris, but every once in a while I do like to take a look at them because you find stuff that's interesting and unique, or stuff that is actually kind of like a waste of time. So I wanted to go ahead and check out Spellkeeper and find out for you guys, the 8BE Nation, whether it is worth getting for your Nintendo Switch or not. So that's what today's video is going to be about. Spellkeeper, not the gatekeeper. You ain't Rick Moranis, all right? So let's go ahead, sit back, relax, guys. Enjoy the video. Let's begin. So Spellkeeper, it is a logic puzzler. It has a very basic premise. Now, you see on the puzzle layout, whatever the stage is, there are some crystals scattered throughout it. The objective is to send energy to those crystals to release a little butterfly. Butterfly in the sky. I could go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book, A Reading Rainbow. Great TV series. But we're not talking about that. LeVar Burton, you can wait. We are talking about Spellkeeper. Now, again, most of the levels start off with a highlighted tile, and you have a variety of different spells to work from that are on the bottom. You can scroll through them and pick it. And basically what these spells do is send energy either in one direction or multiple directions. There's like a cross that sends them up, down, left, or right, and then there's one that sends them like an X pattern, and then there's different ones that unlock as you progress. The idea is to send all the energy to each of the crystals throughout the level so that all the butterflies are there. And then there's even keys. These keys are used to like upgrade your abilities, things like that, trade in items. It's something that is recommended. If there's a key on your stage, it's recommended that you get it in addition to releasing all the butterflies. And what's real impressive about this game, even though it's not graphically intensive or really narrative based, is that there is a fair amount of content in this game. There's about 60 levels or so. And even though sometimes a lot of them don't take much to solve, there is a good grip of content on here. And why I make that important is that this game actually is not expensive at all. I think it's like $5, like under $6. So it doesn't break the bank for a puzzler game, and it does keep your attention just long enough because it is. It's not so much like a puzzler game like a Tetris. It's more of like something that you have to like sit there and actually map out and think and try again, things like that. So it does have some value to it, especially because it is a lower end price Switch eShop title. Now, I will say this game, I believe, was on iOS and Android. This is a mobile port, so it does play a lot like a phone game. I know that will turn off some people, especially when they say they can practically get the game for free on mobile. So you're not wrong in that regard. I'm not saying this is a must-buy, but I will say if you're looking for something specifically for your Nintendo Switch, because I know some people don't like to play phone games at all, there is a fair amount of content for your money here. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to take a look at it, and then we'll close out with some final thoughts. Alright guys, so this is Spellkeeper. I've played quite a few of the levels. I'm going to show you guys the basic premise of it, how to play it and stuff. You know, when you talk about it in a review, it really doesn't showcase how the game plays. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. Now, you always begin with the white highlighted, this middle thing right here. That's like a highlighted tile. You always place a spell down. And on the bottom, you see we have one spell of the one on the left and then two on the right. So the idea is you push A on that and you light up some spots. And now I can put one here and turn the directional pad that way, turn the directional pad there, and you get all the butterflies free. So that's an example of level 1. The stages do get a little bit trickier as you progress. For example, you know, they recommend that you get keys that are used to unlock future stages. That one was easy, but you're gonna see there's gonna be harder and harder progression to get some of these keys on some of the future levels. Of course, you know, the first few stages pretty much cakewalk. In fact, I'm moving pretty good here. Here you have the one on the left. It sends the beams up or left, or down or right. This one sends them diagonally, and the other one is kind of like a gun. So honestly, I would put that one. Nope, wrong. Wrongo, bucko. So let's send this sucker right there, and then let's put this sucker right there, and then we can put this sucker right there. Let's trade it right there. You see? Not too hard. It's a different type of puzzle game than what I'm used to, if I'm going to be completely and utterly honest. Haven't played many puzzle games like this one, so I couldn't tell you. You know, I didn't even use all the pieces on that one. I should have, though. Let's switch it. Let's put that one there, and then let's put this sucker here. Okay, so you weren't supposed to use all of them. All right, so there is a fair amount of content. This is a good little game to get you using your brain. You know, use your noggin. And a lot of people don't think 8-Bit Eric has a brain, but he does. Did I just refer to myself in third person, by the way? You bet your mama sweet ass I did. So it's...
Have you already been to the...
And there's like a little bit of a narrative in here, but the story's just kind of like... I don't know. It's nothing to really write home about and take serious consideration in. So I would most likely trade that one for that one, and I would put this sucker right there. Bada boom, bada bing. Realest man in the room. Am I right, sucker? Alright, so let's do one more. Let's get the cringe factor out of here, right? Do this sucker. Nope. Put this sucker here. Put that sucker there. Put that sucker there. Bada bing, bada boom. Check me out, check me out. So yeah, you guys get the general idea. It's you know, it progresses, of course. There's plenty more levels to unlock and stuff like that. But the main idea is to release the butterflies. So Spellkeeper is not really breaking the ground on anything in regards to puzzle games. Again, it does feel a lot like a mobile game. I'm sure there's other countless games that play exactly like this. It doesn't stand out, in my opinion, as something that is a must-buy for the Nintendo Switch, and the fact that it's possibly a mobile port. I didn't look into that. I do believe it is. Don't get it twisted. I do believe that it is. It plays a lot like one. I think that maybe, you know, that might be something to take into consideration of not really buying it unless you're really into games like this. I think once you solve every single puzzle in this game, the only thing that's left to do is to see if you can do it faster than before. I don't really see too much replayability in these type of puzzle games, because once you know how to solve the puzzle, you can solve it every time within a matter of seconds. So it's, I guess, good for one full playthrough. Luckily, again, it's not too expensive. It did keep my attention for some time, but I can't warrant it being a must-own puzzle game, especially when there's games out there like Tetris 99 and Puyo Puyo Tetris, and even, you know, like Soul Dam and things like that. I prefer more color matching puzzle games like that. I'm not really into like the whole, you know, logic type of puzzles. I'm uneducated, as some people like to fucking claim. But yeah, you know, this is what it is. It's entertaining for a first playthrough, but I don't really see any replay value beyond the initial, like, getting through everything. But there is a fair amount of content, so I would say, I don't know, it's not for me. And well, guys, that's it for the video today. If you're new to the channel, throw a subscription, comment, like. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.